You see, guys, I've been on the hunt for the right weapon to pair here with Traveler's Chosen. But what I have found is something much more, something that goes beyond this little old exotic sidearm, something that can pair well with any kinetic weapon in the game, and man, is it deadly. And that's actually our grenade launcher Truth Teller. Ladies and gents, this is not even a build. Not even a build. We're just taking Traveler's Chosen, Truth Teller, merging these two weapons together, but with a nice little cherry on top. That cherry happens to be a perk called Disruption Break. So I present to you Disrupted Traveler. Huh? Kind of poetic. Maybe that's what happened to our Traveler. They just got hit with the Truth Teller, which happened to be equipped with Disruption Break, which is absolutely disgusting. So we've always known Disruption Break, by the way. It's nasty. I mean, we reviewed it right after Shadowkeep launch. Disruption Break, though, has been kind of looked at as a perk only for PvE. It's quite potent, especially against barrier champions, offering you a 50% buff to your kinetic weapons. What some people don't realize is this also applies to PvP. Yes, Disruption Break also works inside of Crucible. So let me walk you through some of the numbers here we have happening. First up, Traveler's Chosen. Fantastic weapon. If you haven't gotten the sidearm, we did a build the other day. Slap some Hamkaras on it. Yeah, it's got a 0.6 second time to kill. I mean, what more can we say? 51 damage per crit, 36 damage per body, although there is some slight rounding in here. Regardless though, 0.6 optimal time to kill, 1 second body shot time to kill. It has the range equivalent of Last Word at about 18.5 meters. You can't go wrong with it. It's a good sidearm, especially for my controller users. But with Disruption Break, this changes the game, as breaking an enemy shield makes them more vulnerable to kinetic damage for a brief period. Now, this is actually a Truth Teller roll right here. Big shout out here to Insufficient Fun, who actually landed this god roll. This is, I would deem, the other god roll to Truth Teller. There's just so many good rolls on this grenade launcher. But I have not spoken of this grenade launcher being a true mountaintop replacement until this roll. This is the mountaintop replacement for me. You've got a hard launch perk for that boost there in velocity, proximity grenades, which by the way, I will say, if you see me missing some grenade shots here, pulled an oopsie and had spike grenades equipped instead of proxy nades. Proxy nades, definitely still the way to go. Auto loading holster for that running and gunning situation, with the final perk there being Disruption Break. Again, quick access sling is where you want to be. That is the mod to equip here on Truth Teller for that immediate swap to your kinetic weapon. Now, this increases the damage 50% inside of PvP, throwing our little old Traveler's Chosen here from 51 damage per crit and 36 per body to 76 damage per crit and 54 damage per body, approximately. That's why there's a little squiggly equal signs right there, you know? Now, as you can see from the beauty of this, just landing enough damage here with Truth Teller, pretty much anything north of like 120 damage, which is how much our shields are. And by the way, I did break down the numbers. I think it's somewhere between like 115 and 125 is how much our shields account for. If you break just 120 damage though, say they're just right outside your grenade blast and all you can do is 120 damage to them with Truth Teller, that's okay, because applying that 50% buff there to your kinetic weapon will actually allow you to immediately follow up with Traveler's Chosen, land a crit for 76 damage for the immediate one tap on swap. I know a lot's happening here. This may not seem like a lot of ease of use, but once you get it, my god, is this not the most annoying thing to go up against? And 76 damage plus 120, that's roughly 195, 196 damage. There is some slight rounding in there, but enough to kill any Guardian 7 resilience or less. Now, if you're like me, you just like to spam your shots, I just follow up with 2 body shots. I mean, 54, 54, even outside of optimal range, you got some damage fall off. No sweat, man. The 50% buff there is still going to help you, still going to increase that damage enough. That fall off range won't affect you nearly as greatly as it would without Disruption Break. So the question is a Disruption Break Truth Teller worth getting for Traveler's Chosen? Yes, but I like to add a little more to that. A Disruption Break Truth Teller is a game changer for this grenade launcher. I've used a number of other roles that I very much like on Truth Teller, and by the way, this is just a random drop in the game. As of right now, there is no true way to farm Truth Teller, at least to my knowledge. It's just a roll drop, which is why they probably threw Disruption Break on there. I love it because Bungie's like trying to just slide in there and be like, oh, yep, let's just go ahead and throw Disruption Break on here. No one's really gonna notice, but hands down, that's what separates Truth Teller from all of your other grenade launchers. I had folks asking, wait, why can't I just use Orwing's Maw, Malicious Birthright? Sure, you can, but they are not the equivalent of Truth Teller. They're just not. And if you can imagine the builds you can run through here, Truth Teller, Lucky Pants, Last Word. Yes, we're gonna be doing it soon. Disruption Break, get the immediate swap with the increase in target acquisition with Lucky Pants, Last Word with its already completely insane target acquisition all on its own, especially for controller players. Easy cleanup for that kinetic weapon. So the main thing to take away from this, Truth Teller in every aspect is elevating Traveler's Chosen, but is also elevating any other kinetic weapon you would want to pair with it. And we've reviewed Truth Teller a number of times already this season, had a number of builds with it, but this is the first time I've actually experimented with Disruption Break on this grenade launcher. And even though there are other weapons with Disruption Break, most notably other primary based weapons, being a grenade launcher offers a level of lethality that is just almost impossible to counter. Now, the only other weapon option that might be more annoying than Truth Teller with Disruption Break would be Mount Top. That's it. But Mount Top's also getting sunset next season. And I would argue and say that it's just better than Mount Top. Really, really. Disruption Break, not only does it apply that 50% buff to your kinetic weapons upon shield break, but it doesn't go away. That's the beautiful thing about Disruption Break. Say you got a Guardian there with Worm Husk on, they self-heal even after you break their shields, or if they find some other means to give themselves regeneration, even then, Disruption Break is still at play for like a duration of 4 to 5 seconds, making them extremely easy cleanup. And this clip right here is a perfect example of how good Disruption Break actually is. So guys, keep your eyes peeled for a Disruption Break Truth Teller. It won't let you down. If you're a sidearm enthusiast or even a grenade launcher enthusiast, rocking Disrupted Traveler is a playstyle that is so difficult to deal with. It's unorthodox, it's nasty, and outright infuriating. So try it out for yourselves. By the way, we have a few other weapons to go over individually that was on our top 10 weapons or our 10 weapons before Beyond Light. There's some perks that we mentioned just briefly for a moment in that review, but if you have not checked out that video, feel free to check it out. It's just a breakdown of weapons that we've collectively gathered together and recommended to you to get before Beyond Light. So maybe you're just starting your grind late, maybe you haven't really played that much this season or last season, and you've got a limited amount of time, but you want to be situated for the next big expansion. Down below in the description will be a link to that video, guys, so feel free to check it out. Fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching, and as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.